everyone, Joshua Hanlon here. Today I'm with Will at the Bricks Minifigs store here in Mission, Kansas, in the Kansas City area. We're going to be taking a look at a cool custom Star Wars layout they've got over here, along with tons of awesome Lego products they've got available in the store. So starting with this layout here, what's the story behind this and how has this come together?
So our very, very original team, which was me and Lucas, my best friend and my general manager, who he built this from the ground up. He literally started by making these big hefty plates so he could put these in sections and work on each individual section at a time. And it's been him the entire way through, building this hand by hand in our free time, late nights, early mornings before we, actually do work, because I promise we don't just build all day. But he's been doing this all the way up until we met Thomas, who is an incredible builder and creator of himself. He is our social media manager. He started helping Cappy actually over in this section right here, building this port for the original Falcon, which immediately he was like, let me build something around this. I can totally build something cool. So now Thomas and Cappy are just building away every day, trying to make something new, trying to bring something new, like where kids can come in and be like, oh, C-3PO moved from the hot dog stand to the cantina. Like, it's always just a little story kids can make up. It's almost every single day where kids are like, why is, Taylor Swift in the Star Wars mock? And we're like, why not? Because
exactly.
It's a crazy display. It's a crazy mock. Anything goes. But we certainly love it. It's something we can kind of take away from work and build. And by no means I shouldn't say we. I don't build much on this at all. I don't have the creativity in my body. But Lucas and Thomas certainly get to build something really cool here, and I really enjoy having it.
I always think it's so cool when stores take the time and energy and space required to do custom displays like this, because it really shows the public what's possible. They come in and they see the sealed sets, they see built sets on display and for sale, but then to see kind of what's possible with your imagination and the custom builds is always cool. So 100%. I'm glad you kind of use this as a fun and inspirational section. And then up above that, we've got a fantastic collection of Star Wars minifigs. So what are these from?
This is Lucas's doing again. Lucas is also Cappy. That's the same person if I say that. His real name is Lucas, but Cappy's his name. Anyways, Cappy's collection of minifigs is pretty much every clone. We started out our passion with Lego with Lego Star Wars minifigs. So we've always been huge collectors. He and I, best friends since we were in high school. We've always just been real big into Lego Star Wars. So the figures, that's always something we kind of wanted to collect together. These are all his, but I got to help him find them either in the store or online at conventions. We kind of built it up as we were building the store. We were like, let's do something personal too and build like a cool collection and have it displayed so, kids can come up and be like, oh, I need that one and that one left to complete my row of the rainbow P1 captains kind of thing. Like, it's really just something cool we like to have and show off. And we also get to show off these cool brick shell cases here as well, which are something we sell as well, and they're big sellers for us because they make really, really high quality stuff to show off your minifigs.
Moving beyond that to behind the counter, here we go in a very different direction with some of these older, super cool vintage sets. And you've got a variety here with the Imperial stuff, you've got some of the castle, and then of course monorail, always a fan favorite as well. So do these sets, like this kind of come in very often, especially in boxes? How rare is it to get this kind of thing in?
It's pretty rare, pretty much everywhere I feel like. But we got lucky to find a few of these gems. A couple of customers had these and we bought them along our process. Some are newer than others. But these are kind of our eye catchers that you come in the store. If you're looking for a high-end, super collectible thing that you might not be able to find anywhere else, that's what this top shelf is for. These are sets, these are all sealed except for the monorail, which is complete with the original packaging, stickers. It's just about as complete as it can be without being sealed, which of course takes away from it being fully collectible item, but still super sought after, super cool. But everything else up there is sealed. It's cool to see, like you can flip the flaps for some of these old sets and see the original packaging.
I love that classic look. And yeah, all the stories that unfold there when you flip open the box.
Right, exactly. So I think that's really cool. We generally shrink wrap our sets to keep them safe and a little bit more guarded, I guess. I don't know, and because it looks pretty.
Right.
But some of these ones with flaps, it's hard to because you want to flip up the flap and show people the original packaging and everything. So, but yeah, a lot of these are really cool ones that we've only seen these copies of before. So it's something we're proud to collect and have this kind of higher end section as well.
And then you've got some of the third-party stuff like brick arms, and you mentioned the brick shell cases, which are fantastic. So we saw an example of that earlier, and I'm sure we'll see some more of that around the store later on as well.
Yeah.
And then that brings us to more older vintage sets. So what do you keep in this section?
Yeah, this is our certified used section. We're pretty big on certified used sets because, at least for Cappy and I, we feel like this is your best bang for your buck. These are sets that, sealed. They carry a high premium.
Right.
This is probably a $500 set that you can get for $425. Like it's complete. You get to open the box. You get to build it. You get to enjoy, the Lego building to its fullest extent. But you don't have to pay the high price of, sliding open a brand new set.
Sure.
Like, especially some of these old ones, or there's all kinds of different reasons where maybe you just want to keep it sealed if you're a collector, or it's all just preferences. We try to have a wide variety, and Bricks and Minifigs having the certified used concept is a really cool way just to get a full Lego building experience for the best value. So we truly enjoy having this stocked, and I have some of the absolute best employees that are crazy fast in building. So I have a couple of high school guys, soon to be college guys, that get these done. Brooks and Jake, two that come out. Brooks, Jake, and Ezra are crazy.
You got to shout out the awesome employees.
Of course. They are. It's not just me and Cappy here. This is very much a team build, and I'd love to shout everyone out, but they specifically come to mind when it's they can get through these big sets fast and certify them or build them so that we can have them on the floor for customers immediately. So, we can't do it without them. If I had to fill this myself, it would be 2 or 3 sets over a couple years. It'd be awful. And
in addition to sets, though, you have some really cool custom Lego art. So what is this one here?
Speaking of one of the employees I just mentioned, Brooks, our first ever hire to join our team with Cappy and Thomas and I. He built this in his free time for us. It is Sauron from Lord of the Rings. He took, I think it was the world map set, and he basically took all the pieces and some others he had to order and built this. And he's very talented. So especially as a high school kid in his free time while getting ready for college, it's pretty cool that he gets to he does this stuff for us. And he has that, and also over there's a I don't know if you can see it, but we'll get to show that off later. But he has a couple pieces of art in our here, and we have some community art pieces as well that we really like to show off.
This is also a good time to mention your bulk tables in here. So it's always interesting to me how different stores approach bulk. So do you have a certain way you organize it, or does everything just go in the bins collectively?
As much as we can, we like to throw everything in there. We like to have Technic parts. We like to have unique pieces, printed pieces, stuff like Batman, pieces like we like to have pieces that are straight from the sets, and sometimes, mainly obviously, we're going to pull out minifigures and some accessories so we can put them in our minifig maker, or maybe finish out a minifig that's in the Star Wars or Lord of the Rings section. But other than that, we really try to pull out the gross stuff and the fake stuff, and that's about it. We like to have anything you can fit in the bag or the cups in this bulk. You can take it home and continue your builds or do whatever you want with it. But yeah, we really love having the bulk here. We have a pretty large selection of pieces here.
Yeah, no, that sounds fantastic. On this whole back wall, you can see a lot more sealed sets as well, and then we'll see some more Star Wars as we kind of go down that hallway there. But I wanted to mention some more of these third-party products. These stands always look really fantastic, and I love the variety as we go to different Bricks Minifig stores to see the different types of stands that they release.
Yeah, 100%. These are Go Figure displays. We love these. Super good people there. We always are ordering these every single week, month. I mean, we're always ordering new Go Figure displays. One of the newer products is the Disney Castle. Super cool. We like to have these on hand now that they're out. Same thing with the Star Wars stands. Lots of really cool ways to display your minifigs nowadays, and our third-party vendors supply that. So we definitely we have the crowd that wants to show off their cool stuff, and that's why we are always trying to have these cool vendors in here.
Moving to this wall, we see a lot of Technic in this particular section, so it seems like you kind of group that over here. And this is a really impressive display that you have going right now.
Thank you. Yeah, this has always kind of been our like vehicle section.
Okay.
I don't know how that started, but it kind of just is that way. I don't know. We had a ton of cool vehicles and Technic builds that when we first started, and we just keep buying new ones and taking new stuff in, and switching out the old stuff. So we just like to keep it here so that it's like, the focus is it's a vehicle section, Technic builds. If you're into that, this is your section.
Absolutely. I also got to give a shout out to some Exoforce down here, one of my favorite themes, and this tank is super fun. There's a lot of great play features on there. Those big treads are super cool, so I always like to see that available. Even some classic castle and stuff mixed in here too.
Yeah, we got a ton of vintage in stock right now. Lots of cool castle stuff. Real quick, this Speed Racer set too, one of my favorites personally, at least. We got that in just the other day, and I personally haven't seen any others floating around. It's a really cool set.
That's one of those themes that's very easy to forget Lego even ever made Speed Racer sets.
Right. It's so cool, but I guess, so limited, but yeah, we got lots of cool stuff.
Oh, here's the other mosaic you were mentioning earlier, so another kind of cool custom art piece there.
Yep, really cool mosaic, like you mentioned. It's our employee, Brooks, built that for us when we first opened up. That was one of the first art pieces we hung up, so really cool. Like to have that stuff.
For fans of the modulars, you've got a few up there, but then you've got the whole city street down here. It looks like you've got almost every one between these different displays here.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't really checked to see if we have everyone, but yeah, for some reason our store is just super high up on modulars right now. We've got this whole kind of more high-end city row here of modulars, and then a couple up here, and then we actually we'll show it over there, but there's a section right here behind these built sets that are all certified complete modulars as well.
Nice.
So we really like the modulars, and our customers do too, so we keep them in stock as much as we can.
I'm loving the old castle up there with the raised base plates, and you can see the iconic ghost glow-in-the-dark figure and kind of the doors out front there.
Yeah. That one's kind of funny. We had Maticus Bricks. He's a Lego influencer.
Yeah.
He was here at our store because he's good friends with our employee Thomas. And he built that set for us in his free time while he was here. He was like, "Oh, can I build this?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're going to put it for sale, so we need it built anyways." And he got to sit down and help us be an employee for a day. So, yeah, all kinds of...
Speaking of castle, you've got this blacksmith shop, which I think was designed by Dan Siskin, the first ever kind of fan-created model that Lego sold, which is really cool story, and just that he was able to be involved there, and then some of the forestmen. So, yeah, I really love the variety of these older themes that you've got on display. That's what always catches my eye, and I think makes the Bricks Minifigs stores so unique compared to other Lego retailers.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no other place you're going to find it. It's cool to have all the new sets and stuff, but this is the foundations. These are the foundations of Lego, or these original sets that you get to keep recycling and keep buying and selling, and it's cool that they get to stay out in the market that way, because otherwise they'd just be in the garbage somewhere, and they do not deserve to be there. Like, that's for sure.
And then even some of the older space themes here as well, which are super neat. But then in the corner you've got the iconic Millennium Falcon over here. So. What is the story behind this display?
One of our good friends now. He started as a customer who was selling us a bunch of Star Wars sets. Brought this in a little while back, and it's the whole shebang is what you get. It's ready to be taken in this awesome, super cool case that he brought with it. So he had it, I think, as a coffee table. Like on his coffee table or something as a cool display, and then he was ready to part with it, and here it is now. We love it, and it's cool just to have as a sale item, of course, but also just as a display piece for people to come check out. And it's, I believe, the first ever UCS too, not the new one that they made, second ever, but yeah, it's cool to see that, have some vintage in here, and we love having kids over here taking a look at the cockpit with the whole crew and the whole build. It's an incredible build.
And going from the Millennium Falcon, we'll transition to your minifigures over here, which you have a ton of Star Wars stuff. So if you want some extra minifigs for your Millennium Falcon, what do you have in this section here?
Well, we at least try to have everything. We are big time buyers of Lego minifigs, or at least Star Wars. This is the only area of our minifig island where it's 2 full cases of a certain theme.
Yeah.
Which obviously kind of makes sense. You know, statistically, it's the most popular probably of the themes. So, but you know, it's something we take pride in keeping full and keeping with really cool high-end stuff, because it's something that, you know, personally resonates with us, because that's how we got started, was selling minifigs. And now we also sell the Star Wars figs, other themes too, but mainly the Star Wars figs on Whatnot, and that's been a big thing that we've really focused on doing a ton of lately. And that's another thing where, you know, we have a whole separate inventory of Star Wars figs that we sell on there, and then we have stuff that we keep in store too. So we just try to have more and more Star Wars figs. If we think we have enough, we need more. So
That's cool that you do Whatnot, though. So that's kind of an opportunity for people who maybe can't make it into the store in person. They can still pick up some of these products.
100%. Yeah, we love doing it. We have people order from, you know, Puerto Rico, Canada, all across the U.S. That's our way. Right now, we don't have a website up or a, you know, Shopify or anything to sell online. We just opened up 7 months ago, so we haven't gotten quite there yet, but we are selling online on Whatnot so that we can, you know, still have that reach to people who can't make it in the store.
And around the corner, we get to some of those Hobbit, Lord of the Rings minifigs, and then a lot more of those vintage kind of medieval ones that always catch my eye.
Yeah.
So those are looking fantastic. Then we've just got kind of a landscaping base plate with horses down here.
Yeah, we were expanding the plates a little bit, and we were just like, oh, we have a little space over here, so we whipped up a little mock, I guess, and it's just a cool little horse display, I guess. Our cases mostly have minifigs, but every now and then you'll see a little display.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then we got some like third-party stuff in there, and then we get
Customs,
to our superhero collection and some Ninjago in these ones.
Yeah, Ninjago, this is all superheroes, so, you know, Marvel, DC, we've got, you know, anything from San Diego Comic-Con exclusives.
Very cool, yeah.
That was a super cool one to have.
How often do you get something like a Comic-Con exclusive into the store?
Personally, I think we've had 1 or 2 items, and I think the other item off the top of my head was like one of the like Black Widow sets that really isn't super rare. So like not very often.
Yeah.
It's you know, they make their way into the Midwest every now and then, but otherwise it's cool to have them. So if you have any San Diego stuff, I'd love to take a look here in Kansas.
I love it. There you go.
But yeah, we have Ninjago on the top row, and then we've got little mixes of different themes, kind of miscellaneous, anything from pirates, original space, Super Mario Bros, Scooby-Doo, Ninja Turtles, SpongeBob. Those are all kind of mixed in here. Lots of cool themes, like we mentioned earlier with the Speed Racer sets. These are lesser known themes, some more popular than others, like Indiana Jones and the Pirates, but you know, like SpongeBob, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Some of those sets or some of those themes are so limited, so it's cool to have those like minifigs represented in our case.
And that brings us to some Harry Potter, and then just a variety on the right here. Once again, I love how you've got some like builds going on in here to display some of this. That the shields there on the wall are very unique. I don't think I've ever seen that type of a display.
Yeah. That was Thomas is doing. He was like, we got a bunch of shields. Let's sell some. I was like, well, do what you can to like sell them. Like, however you can make them look, you do your thing. And he, of course, made something cool, and we show off that. And then we have a little bit of an armory that we totally need to restock, but it's a cool another little build. And then we've got like series stuff on the bottom, and then we mix in like animals and some cool little like trays up top with different accessory pieces. Mock builders love to just go through the accessory pieces right here. Majority are anywhere from 25 cents to $2, $3, and you can pick up a ton of pieces for you know, cheap.
Yeah, absolutely. And the animals look really nice as well.
Thanks.
So yeah, I love this section of the store, but you've got even more back here, so I want to make sure we walk
Absolutely.
back towards, this is kind of a majority Star Wars section as we make our way back here. So you've got some older Star Wars sets here on the right, so a lot of longtime Star Wars fans will recognize that. But then as we move into this section, what do you keep back here?
Yeah, so this whole section is pretty brand new. We just installed the wall and the shelves on the wall, and then we brought in the display cases, and we filled it with Star Wars only. It's pretty much Star Wars pre-builds, and then a few like high-end sets like the dropship, and a couple, those are certified, not sealed, Django Slave 1. So, and then we have like the Rex's Bark Speeder, that kind of thing. So all kinds of variety, but it is all Star Wars. We've even got some cool little Lego Star Wars trading card packs. We've got a couple singles out there of some of the cooler characters as well. But yeah, this is our kind of Star Wars central. We have a whole bunch of sealed vintage Star Wars sets out right now. So we were kind of like, you know, if we have a bunch of Lego Star Wars pre-builds, let's kind of put it all into one section, and this is what came out to be. So if you're a Lego Star Wars fan, this is definitely your favorite spot in the store.
Absolutely, and it's great that you have such a large offering. You just kind of have the space here in the store to have that all out at once. So that's really cool.
We're super thankful to have the space to lay out all these cool sets we get. We also have the certified used modulars I was mentioning earlier, which these we took a long time, but we certified all of them, made sure every single piece was in there. They're all complete and ready to be taken home. It's another cool collection. If you're a modular collector, it's something you don't see too often.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this many in the boxes like this in one store. So that's really cool that you're able. Did those all come from like the same person, or just little by little as people bring in the sets?
There was one buy where we had a big time modular collector. Okay. He was ready to move on with his big basement city, and he brought these all in, and he said they were all complete, and we took the time, and they all were, and it was great. So it worked out really well, and we got a bunch of cool modulars for our customers.
Next, we'll head into your party room here. So this is also a really fantastic space with quite a bit of room in here. And you've got this all laid out nicely with all of these numbers. Yeah. So what is this for?
This is for our Whatnot show right now. This does not at all look like a party room right now, but it's the 4th of July. Right after you leave, we have a Whatnot show. So we're going to go into that, sell a bunch of minifigures, and have a good time. This is what we do on our Sunday nights. Cappy and I stay late. We close at 6, and then at 6:30 we're on Whatnot selling the figs. And we mainly just do figs on there. Sometimes we give away like battle packs or smaller sets, but we're mainly just selling minifigures. And this is our kind of setup. We have all the bags laid out so we can, as lazy as we can, sit on our rolly chair, throw the fig on there. It sells, and we roll over there, put it in the bag, and then next morning all I have to do is get on my laptop and bag each one up individually. Whatnot makes it really, really easy to, sell lots of product, be a seller of any regard, really. It's a cool thing we love doing. So this is our show for right now. We've got all kinds of figs, giveaways over here, poly bags we're going to be giving away. We have some spots we haven't filled yet. That we have some stuff in the back. We need to fill in some spots, but this is kind of what we love to do. This is our pastime, our free time. It's something we really, really enjoy doing, Lucas and I.
But then, of course, you've got the rest of the party room elements here. So you've got your track, and then you're able to set up, I'm sure, birthday parties. And what else do you use the space for?
Yeah, we do birthday parties, majority, a ton on the weekends. And then, during the week or the weekends, we also do lug meetings here, our Casey Brick Lab, which is our lug here in town.
It's a Lego user group for people who aren't familiar, just kind of the local Lego fan group.
Yes.
So those a lot of the builders that we interview at the conventions that we go to, that they're parts of lugs all around the country.
Absolutely. And our lug, Casey Brick Lab, is kind of their moniker they go by. Really, really great group of people. Mm-hmm. They come out here on the first Sunday of every month is usually here, or there's a railroad museum in town that they go to, but we're really thankful to have them here, and we get to do all kinds of cool events. They get to show off their really cool builds. So many talented people. We even have a couple of the lug members' builds in our cases up front, showing in the windows, and those are some of our best friends now that we've met from the lug, and it's a really great group of people. So we do that, the lug meetings, and then we also do like kids builds and AFOL nights. We've done trivia nights. We try and do a mix of anything. Typically around the holidays, we try and do like a build, like we'll do an ornament or something for the Christmas time.
Yeah,
or,
themed activities type of idea.
Yeah, stuff like that. We also love to do, you know, giveaways and like door prizes and stuff come in to our event, and then we give away a big set. We love doing that kind of stuff too. So we love just interacting with the community and being having a good time with other Lego builders.
That's super cool. So I know you've mentioned Whatnot, but for people who want to follow you online, where they can they kind of find the rest of that info, and what's the best place to keep up with you guys?
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at BAM Mission KS, and same thing on Facebook, Bricks and Minifigs Mission. But we're pretty active on Facebook and Instagram. We also are on TikTok too, but we're brand new. You know, we're just now getting our feet wet with this store. We have been open for 7 months now, and we're really just trying to make this the best store possible. And we're really lucky to be here in KC. We love it.
Sounds good. So for everyone watching this video, if you're in the Kansas City area, make sure you stop in the store. Maybe you're traveling through. Check out all of the awesome products. They've got some great vintage stuff in here as well. So check it all out. And then if you mention you saw them on Beyond the Brick, you can actually get this cool sticker here they'll have for you as well. So make sure you mention that as well, and say hello to some of the awesome employees that are in here as well when you visit and stop on by. Thanks for watching.